Welcome all as we congregate to the greatest toy line in community, ever growing, ever changing. As we collect and adapt these figures to our own imaginations and embrace the fun, there's much to learn, especially if you're new to Mythics. Hello and welcome to another episode of New to Mythics, episode 78. 78 with my man Jay Waters. How are you, Jay? Good evening.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Also, you have your lovely wife Jay in the background. I mean, Joy. Jay, say hi. Jay and Joy. Say hi, Joy. Can you hear us?
Is hi, yeah, I'm back. I'm back here watching, in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. All right. Appreciate you. Oh man, I'm still recovering from Legion's Con, man.
So tell me, what'd you do whenever? I'm sorry, I'm paying this arm experience.
No, you're fine, man.
What'd you end up doing as soon as you left Legion's Con? As soon as you left the hotel?
It was a long drive. It was like a 14-hour drive, and I didn't want to leave. I knew I had a few days before I had to get back to work. And so I kind of took my time, and I'm not really good at saying goodbye. It's kind of an awkward thing where it's like, weird. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I just kind of want to leave, So I said goodbye to a few key people, gave some hugs and stuff, but I didn't want to make a big, okay, everybody, I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's not the airport. This is not the airport.
Yeah, exactly. So I said bye to a few people. I said bye a couple times. I did some hugs and stuff, and then I got in the car. I think I left. I had to go to Wegmans before I left, which is a supermarket. If people watching haven't heard of it, Wegmans is like a big supermarket that's got literally everything. Oh, wow. And my wife sent me on a quest for Christmas ornaments. She's like, give me a Christmas ornament at Wegmans. And I'm like, it's November. I don't know if they... And it turns out they did, but they didn't have what she wanted. So anyway, so I went there and then I just started driving, dude. And it took me, I left at about noon-ish, and I didn't get home till about 2:45 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So I was tired. I was bone dead tired, man. It was a long drive.
I was talking to one of the members about Legion's Con, and he said, so how was it? I said, it was good. He said, yeah, it's great, but it's kind of, it drains you. It drains, it feels like it drains your life force. But you really haven't been doing anything other than, shopping and looking and talking to people about toys. And I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, it's like a big emotional, it's just nonstop energy and people and you're moving around energy. Huh?
Positive energy at that.
Positive energy. Yeah. Did you guys sleep? How well did you guys sleep?
I think probably slept at home, probably about 4 or 5 hours, and then I got
that's about me.
I was all energized up. I thought I was gonna be tired the next morning, and no, the next morning I was getting ready and everything, and
the beds are good. The beds are good,
Yeah.
I mean, not as good as our bed at home, but our beds are good, man.
Them beds, I was just me and my wife looking at them beds. We were we need to try to take this to the airport with us.
Right.
These beds are too good. But yeah, the experience, the hotel was great.
Yes.
The only complaint I have about the hotel, it's not really a big complaint, was the pub, go out to eat and drink and everything. That was nice too. That was great. It was great. But the thing is, you have to use the restroom. You have to leave out of the pub, walk down the hallway for a good minute or two to get to the restroom.
It is there's not a close restroom.
There's none at all. I'm just okay,
Yeah, because I'm picturing. I'm picturing where the closest one is, and it's like down the hall, like
Down the
where,
hall, right
yeah,
by Army Experience.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that. There's got to be a closer one than that, man.
I trust me, I looked.
Where they had the Four Horsemen store is
Yeah,
where.
But yeah,
yeah,
the Army Experience, yeah, yeah.
that's
Trust
not
me, I
right.
looked.
That's not right.
Yeah, but other than
Especially,
that, that's not to take points away from the hotel at all. It's still a great experience. 10 out of 10. I
yeah.
mean, I won't mind going back.
I didn't
I can't wait
notice
to go
that
back.
until you said something, because we ate dinner together, and I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, and I think one of you guys asked where the restroom was, if there was one at
Mhm.
the bar, and they said no. And I guess I'd never even noticed that before. So
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm at the age now where like if I
right,
gotta go use the restroom, I can't walk five
right,
minutes.
right. Yes, yeah, exactly. And it's a bar, you got
Yeah.
people there that are drinking and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
And you gotta go. And if you drink for the night, you're gonna use the restroom at least 2 to 3 times.
it's gonna be a problem. It's
So
gonna be a
so yeah,
problem.
it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a
But
problem.
I mean, other than us talking about restrooms and stuff.
I know. I was gonna say, the only issue I had with the hotel was I had to use the restroom, and I went into the stall, and the door like didn't close. So I sat down, and like
Oh,
the door opened. So I got up and I closed the door, and then like the latch, for some reason, like it kept opening. So
wow.
I was like poised, waiting for someone to to walk in or walk by and see
Yeah,
Sperber,
that's
with his
sad.
pants around his ankles. I was like, oh man, this is not cool. But
Be like, hey, I remember you from
hey,
YouTube. This interesting way of meeting you.
right, yeah, exactly. So,
Oh
but no, the
man.
hotel was great, man. The hotel was great. So that was you guys' first
Yes.
Legion's Con.
Yes, sir.
So what made you decide to, and you guys are in Houston, right?
Yes, Houston, Texas.
So what made you say,
Yes.
you know what, we are going this year? Tell me about that.
Okay, well, I just said, babe, we're going to Legion's Con this year.
Now,
And she
did you
said,
have to
okay.
sell it to her? Did you have to be like, check this out? This is what it's like. This is the kind
Oh
of
yeah, I did that, but at first when I told her, she like, I'm down. She's always down for
right on.
that kind of stuff. From San Diego Comic Con to we have a lot of toy conventions that go on here in Texas.
Hmm.
Like a lot of them that our friends are a part of, and so we're always excited about doing stuff like that. So I told her, and she said, "Yeah, I'm down." And I started showing YouTube videos of other Legion's Con events and everything, and she
Hmm.
like looks pretty cool.
And
So
so you guys have been to San Diego Comic Con.
yeah, we've been there
Okay.
several times. Yeah, so
And so I was trying to find like slides of like you guys and stuff, but all I found was slides of Joy, man, as cosplaying.
yeah,
So like I'm like, man, all I got is slides of her almost.
yeah, I was the lowest lane. I was the person
Right.
on the side holding the purse. To the
That's awesome
superhero.
though. That's
You know,
awesome.
But I'm proud of her. I saw the joy she put on people's faces, dressing up like that, and I saw like the way she was just excited and hyped up, and just like it was exhilarating for her to do stuff like
Yeah.
this. She cosplays a lot, so that's something she has to do.
Hmm.
So I support her 100% on that because
That's awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
a
it was
geek
fun.
myself.
I didn't know that was happening. Like I was totally shocked when I'm like, wait, that's Jay's wife right there. What's going on? I didn't know. I was like, wait a minute. Because
Yeah.
there is people that dress up, but it's not like this year. I would say was the biggest year that I've seen people dress up, and that's awesome. I
I
love that.
heard. Yeah.
So that was cool that she was part of that.
Yeah, she told
Very
me. She
cool.
said she looked at me. Said, "Look, babe, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm dressing up as." She told me one, and that was the
Hmm.
one she dressed up for Saturday as the exclusive one. But the
Hmm.
Viking one, I didn't know nothing about. I didn't know anything
Yeah,
about.
they were both awesome. She did a great
Yeah,
job.
and she just looked at me. She said, "I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna do a surprise for the next day." I said, "Don't tell anybody." So I ain't telling anybody, but people just like, "Hey, what's she doing?" I'm like, I can't tell you, but here's a hint. She's doing something. That's all I can
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
man.
glad that you guys, because it's, I mean, it's a long ways from Houston
Yes,
to New Jersey. Had you guys been out this way before?
that's actually our first time going together. My wife is from she used to live in New Jersey
Hmm.
when she was like a little kid, but then she moved to Texas and no, Florida and then Texas. And that's when I met her when she was in Texas.
Hmm.
But as far as that, yeah, that's our first time actually going. We went to New York City. We went travel over there. We met up with her aunt that stays not too far away from there. And we hung out and had lunch with her. And we experienced New York for a little bit, just for like maybe an hour or so. And that's it. Then we head on back because I had to go work the next day.
Okay, so you guys
Um,
went to New York City after Legion's Con?
yeah, right at the Legion's
Yeah.
Con. Right,
It's
we
so
stayed at the
close.
Fives. Yeah.
It's so close. I mean, it's like 35, 45
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
from,
So like might as well. And she
yeah.
asked me, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go for a
Yeah,
little bit."
had you been to New York City before?
Long time ago,
Yeah, I love New
long,
York
super long
City.
time ago. But now being older and everything, New York City's more it's more fast paced.
It's very
You
fast
know,
paced.
you got to be on your feet over there in New
Yeah,
York
it's
City.
very, my wife had never been there. So we went to I think it's Toy Con, uh New Jersey Toy Con
Mm-hmm.
this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we she was really excited about New York City. So we went, and we were only there for like one full day, but we had a great time. But she had the full experience. Like we went to Central Park, we walked all over, we took a taxi, we took a subway and got lost. There's a guy that
That's
pooped
when you
his
know you're really having fun when you get
right
lost.
this guy
Who's
pooped
the
his
telling
pants
you
right in
about?
front of us while we were in line. Um, we had New York City pizza. She almost got in a
Mm.
fight with a New Yorker, so it was like she had the full
New York experience,
full
yes.
New York experience. Yeah,
Oh,
but it was
well,
fun.
I'm kind of happy, but we didn't get that kind of New York
Didn't get all
experience. Though.
that. You
No,
didn't
we
get
get
all
all that. We got the PG version.
that.
Oh man, but I think we did say for next year because yes, we're going next year.
Yes, I was going to ask
Uh,
you that.
yes, yes, we the Waters are officially going back to Legis Con next year.
Awesome. I can't
We
wait.
saved that date, and but we said next year we definitely gonna show up at least a day or two
Hmm.
early. Like maybe like Curtis probably come in on the Monday or
Yeah, he
come
was there
or come in
early.
2 weeks before these kind of like Curtis does, or
Hmm.
or
Yeah, he
come
was.
like a Monday or Tuesday. So yeah.
Yeah, I try to get there Wednesday or Thursday if I can.
Mhm.
Um, did you sign up for intern this year?
I did. I did, but I was one of the few that didn't
Yeah.
get chosen. That was fine. I'm
Hopefully
just curious.
next year. Hopefully
Yeah,
next
hopefully
year.
next year. So
It's amazing. It's an amazing.
yeah, I've been hearing so much great stuff about. It. So yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully next year I go and just
Mhm.
get into the minds of the people that made these wonderful toys for us.
It's something to see the size. Well, I mean, they're going to be at their new place
So
next
that's
year,
really
but
gonna be
like
something.
I remember walking in and I was just like expecting this huge, like warehouse or something with all these offices and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was tiny. It's really small. I was just like, whoa, like you guys make amazing stuff in this tiny of a space, but it was pretty cool. Like there's not a lot of staff for the studio, but
Mhm.
they make some amazing stuff.
Yeah, I tell my wife, I like, about Four Horsemen. I said they're not like Mattel or Hasbro or not even like McFarlane in a way. But I said they're very small, but like they put out so much great product
Hmm.
with great detail with the stuff they have in there. They can
Yeah,
if they can afford it, they can use.
right.
So I give them props for that, and I'm always excited about the next thing they're gonna make or show to us.
Yeah,
Uh,
we were just talking about um before we were recording, we were talking about the exclusivity of figures
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
parts, and how, we've learned our lesson that you got to jump on those things. If you see something, that you want and it's exclusive, grab it while you can, because things will sell out.
yeah. Man, once things sell out, yeah, that's the slim chance of you seeing it, for
Yeah.
sale. It's very slim.
And
So,
it's good that they're transparent. Like, they said, Jeremy said that, the barbarian drop, which happened this morning, that's it. Like, they don't have any more stock of, so that means you won't see it like in their store anymore. You
mhm.
will see it probably occasionally on their table, because they do keep, they try to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
a varied amount of things on their table, and sometimes they'll surprise you with some random stuff that, that might have been sold out, and, they keep a little back,
Mhm.
to give out at shows and stuff. So that's why it's always cool if you can make it to a show to try and go, because you never know what might be on the table. There might be some stuff that has been sold out. I know I had found the Valiant Knight a few times after it had been, sold out, so I had found it a few times. So, like I was saying, if you see something and it's sold out, and if you see it on the table or something, grab it. And
Yeah.
Legion's Con is something that, that occasionally they will have stuff on their table that, is you haven't seen in a while. So it's kind of a special moment when, if you see it, to grab it.
So here's a question. I mean, we talked about this, before the show, but uh, we gonna talk about this again, so everybody can, hear our opinions about it. But
That's right.
what do you think this means for these kind of exclusives for the future? Do you think that means people like are going to be like, even if they don't want it, they're going to just try to hurry up and buy it, from now on? Because
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of saw the hint that this barbarian was going to sell out pretty fast, online. When last week, I think it was maybe it was the end of Saturday, or maybe it was the beginning of Sunday, but they didn't have any more barbarians. They
Right.
didn't have any more. They had more of the fish character, uh,
Koi.
Koi, and they had the figure obscure character too,
Toth.
Tot. They
Yeah.
had a few of those, but Barbarian, he was gone. And of
Yeah.
course, Tot sold out. I think he sold out too.
Oh, did he?
But
Did Koi also?
no, I take that back. He didn't. He didn't. No, Corey was still there. They
Mm,
had plenty of Corys left, but Barbarian
yeah.
was the only one that sold out that I saw at that time.
Koi, we will see. He'll come back. They'll have an in stock sale
Hmm.
for him for people that didn't get to go to the show, and then he will be something that you'll see on their table for a while. But like everything, so I mean, and I've talked to them. I've had them on the show and talked to them about their production runs.
Hmm.
So basically, what they'll do is they'll order, 5,000 barbarians, which sounds like a lot, but over the space of a year, they'll bring, 5 cases to this show and 4 cases to this show, and before you know it, like it's depleted. But they will make sure to save some for an in stock sale, which is what they had today, but they didn't have a lot left. So, and people, I think, and this isn't a negative thing, but people will buy extras of something, maybe not even to flip. Like I'll buy, like, say, Enoch. Sir Enoch is another example. I don't know if you saw any at the on the table at the Four Horsemen thing, but
Oh,
it was limit of one.
he
Uh,
sold out too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's something that, is he's very popular.
Yes. Very.
Kind of the year of Sir Enoch and the Barbarian, but people realize that it's such a great figure, and if you see it, grab it, because it's rare, and it's good trade fodder. Like, if
Mhm.
if you have one and somebody has something that you're looking for,
Boom, go for
boom,
it.
there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. The Sir Enoch, don't he remind me a little? Remind you a little bit of like Sean
Mhm.
Connery and one of those Knights movies, whatever.
Totally,
Yeah,
totally.
that's and or Indiana Jones: The Last
Mhm.
Crusade.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
you have chosen wisely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. That's remind me about. Man, yeah, I can see him being so popular. And,
Well, see, they're smart though
bigger.
in that they're giving these knights and some of these characters multiple looks.
Hmm.
Like the Revenant and the Nymph, or the Sir Enoch, Sir Elijah. They have different heads that you
Hmm.
can give them. So it's like, okay, so I have a Sir Enoch. I'm looking at him right now with a helmet on his horse. And then, I need another one so I could put it on my shelf without his horse. So now
Hmm.
I need two, or if he's got multiple looks, I need one for each different look. I mean, not me per se, but that's just how they do it. They're smart in that they give the different head sculpts so that you need, oh, I want to display each look because they all look cool. And
Like
so,
the legendary barbarian. That's another
yes,
good example.
right.
He has like three wigs.
Mhm.
Red.
Right.
Blonde and black
It's
and
smart.
everything. Yeah,
It's smart.
yeah, it's very smart. And then
Yeah.
plus had a helmet one too. So
Right.
you need about four, maybe five. Figures
Exactly.
just to do
And
something different.
like the barbarian is a good foundation for
Yeah.
customizers because he's got that a lot of that bare body.
Hmm.
So, people are using that figure as a base for other customs and stuff. So
Hmm. Yeah, I got one. Oh Lord, I'm working on one right now too. So
there you go.
let's see.
So do you customize? Do you do
I
that
just
stuff?
do I just do pop and swap. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I'm
do
pretty sure
too.
y'all see my post on Facebook. All I do is pop and swap. But like this is what I tell people. I even said this in at Legion's Con. I said uh Mythic Legions to me just feels like a grown man's Legos.
Hmm.
It just feel like, when you get when I was little and had Legos and everything, I used to make all kinds of things, from movies I've seen, like RoboCop and
Hmm.
all those action movies and sci-fi movies, Star Wars, all that stuff. He-Man, Master Universe. So at that, when I was little, my mom, I was, my mom's a single parent, and she did what she can. I was only child, so of course, I got spoiled a lot. So, but I ain't have all the Transformers. I ain't have like, you know, Optimus Prime until I was like way older and
Hmm.
everything because he sold out fast.
Right.
I get like I always got like the leftovers. When it come to Transformers and uh, Master of the Universe and GI Joe too. Even though I didn't really collect GI Joe as much, whenever I did get GI Joe, I never got Snake Eyes. It was always some random Cobra Trooper, whatever. But so I'm so used to getting obscure characters. That's probably why I'm fascinated. When I did collect Marvel Legends and DC, I was always fascinated with the more obscure characters than the A-list or B-list characters
Mm.
because like the A-list and B-list characters like Wolverine and Spider-Man and Batman and Green Lantern, we know all about them.
Right.
So, but I was more curious about, okay, who's this person over here named Wildcat from DC,
Hmm.
or who's this and that, exploring. That's probably why I really like Mythic Legions because uh they're not these characters are not like well known, so it leaves a mystery to them,
Right.
and sometimes you can just put in your input, uh put in your the story for them
Yes.
yourself,
Right.
you know
Yeah.
like
You can have your own story for the figures.
yeah, and it's like that makes it so much cooler. I mean, I
I
tell
get
people
that.
like that, yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
I could see the Lego. It's kind of
yeah,
like a fantasy figure Lego.
Yeah,
where
Lego,
you
because
can build
Lego
your
used to make
own.
ships and monsters and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
little men, and I used to
like
do that. So because I ain't have all the Star Wars characters, so I
right.
made my own Star Wars like characters and everything. And
Oh, for sure.
that's what I think these Mythic Legions are. They feel like they're like, okay, I can make characters that I always wanted to make.
Hmm.
They get, Four Horsemen have given us that kind of power.
Right.
When it comes to
Absolutely.
collecting these toys.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
armory is basically that. Like it's
yeah.
almost like giving you building blocks to build whatever your imagination, wherever it takes you.
Yeah, they're like somebody we all know said it's like a buffet.
It's like
Whatever
a
you make,
buffet. That's right.
you know it's gonna be delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you make is going to be delicious.
Whatever you make is
Absolutely.
gonna be delicious. So it's like yes, that's
I
absolutely
I
true.
definitely can key into that food analogy.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Big
When,
Greg,
when, when they
Big
say that,
Greg
like
wisdom.
damn, that does make sense.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I love the armory. I think it was so much fun. I'm a huge night guy, so
Mm,
last year was just like I
that
was
was
in
your year.
heaven. Oh man, I was loving it. I was making. But what's funny is that the Valiant Knight is like my favorite, probably my favorite figure. So like I was just rebuilding the Valiant Knight, but in every color. I was just like I wasn't going in any other direction other than just Valiant Knight. I just had Valiant Knight eyes. So like that's all I built was just
Valiant Night in green, Valiant
yeah.
Night
But
in
I
red.
love Valiant Knight. So it was like having multiple colors. I'm like, this is awesome.
Oh, you got to show 'em- you got to show 'em some pictures of those. I got to see that.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm trying to see where I have some. I've got a red one, I've got a green one,
Mhm.
I've got a gold. This is basically just the gold knight with the gold Saleh helmet, but this is like
Yeah,
one of my favorite figures. Like this is on my lock screen on my phone is this guy. I just love it.
you know what? That's funny because yeah, that's one of my favorites too from the Knights.
Mhm.
The gold that gold head came with
Yes.
Christmas,
Yes.
Father Christmas. Yeah, yeah. When I opened up that bag he has, I saw that like,
You're like, whoa.
what?
Yeah.
I'm like, they did this one too. I'm like, okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't realize that until like it had been out for a while because I love the Saleh helmet. It's called the Saleh.
solid.
Um,
Okay,
and I love that helmet, and I didn't realize it was in Father Christmas. So when I found out, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm buying a Father Christmas figure just for that helmet. So
mm-hmm.
'cause I love that helmet. It's hot.
Well worth. Well, hey, it was well worth it. It was
So
well
how
worth
did you get it? How did you find out about Mythics? Like, where did you hear about it from?
Okay, bro. I was telling some people at the LeadsCon, like it was sometime about a year ago. Matter of fact, it was the dragon. They revealed the
Mm,
dragon, and in the toy community, it made rumbles in the toy community. Everybody
yes,
was
it
talking
did.
about it.
Yeah, I think it's like
Everybody.
biggest action figure or something, or
Yeah, it's something. And biggest action figure, and like one an action figure that's like it was so detailed, so much detail was on it. Like it's something you don't see from like a
no.
HasLab, toy or whatever, you know, uh, with the details and the way the wings just it looks like $1,000 figure. Uh,
Now, Jay, you haven't seen it in person though, have you?
no, no, But people kept on telling me, they say, man,
Man,
they said, Jay, you ain't ready.
you're
You
not
ain't
ready.
ready.
You're not ready. I mean, pictures and videos, it does it justice, but like when you see it in person, because like I was looking at it again, they didn't bring it to Legion's Con, which I wish they would have, but they
Mhm.
used that space that they had for other displays and dios and stuff.
Mhm.
But like when I saw it at Intern this year, I just looked at it, I just was staring at it like, man, it's it's like a piece that you're gonna have. Did you buy one or
Yeah, yeah.
did you? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, but
I
you can't
basically just like
hold
this
it.
is
It's
gonna be in
like,
my house one day. And like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I don't know where yet I'm gonna put it, but like the wings are huge. I mean, it's like a small dog, but like the detail, like you could sit and stare at it, and like every scale
Mm-hmm.
is painted and detailed. So like you're looking at its face and you see like all like the scales, they're all different colors, and he's got like these orangish eyes. And just the more you look at it, the more you see more detail. It's
It's a work
amazing,
of
dude.
art.
You're
It's
gonna
a
you're
work of
gonna
art.
lose it, man. Man, you got to send me a picture when it comes to your house and you open it. I got to see your reaction, because for people that have never seen it in person, like it's amazing, dude. Like it's
Okay,
crazy.
so here's a question. Okay, well, Four Horsemen, they destroyed it. They destroyed it with this dragon. Like now, I mean, they was on the radar, but now they're really on the radar. Like people like,
Hmm.
okay, this Four Horsemen. Tell me more about it.
Hmm.
Uh, what do you think? Okay, but we know this year we didn't get nothing that was as big as that dragon, and I don't know if you ever can top that, but if they could, what would you think would be the big thing that would just make people go, wow, like like just the
That's
next
a good
big
question.
moment. Like some people I talked to said maybe a pirate ship
That's,
or
yeah, I
something
would
like that.
say a
Like
pirate ship, and I
I,
thought maybe they might go in that direction. I think they might make a spaceship for, the cosmic. I think that might be something that they're looking at.
mhm,
But they're very conscious of their fans. Like, there was a lot of talk before the dragon. I mean, they announced the dragon, but they didn't say how much. So it took us months to find out how much the dragon, because I think they announced it in at Legion's Con in November, but I don't think we found out the price and the details until probably like, I don't know, February, March. I could be wrong, but there was a lot of talk about how much the dragon would be. And a lot of us had seen the dragon. So we're like, $1,000, eight,
mhm.
$900. And they tried to keep it a lower thing. So it's like I think they want to give us big things and big spectacles, but they also realize, not everyone can drop $1,000. Like, babe, I just bought a toy for $1,000.
Like
You know what I
what?
mean? It's like, yeah, it's like, they don't want us to,
My wife looked at me. That's you.
yeah,
That's you.
right. They want to take some of your, your paycheck, but they don't want to take all of your paycheck
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
They don't
you're
want you to go
homeless.
home, starve
Yeah.
or whatever. You're like,
Yeah.
sorry,
But
kids, I
I
can't
think
eat
a
this week.
spaceship, a pirate ship, um,
I
I
think
thought
a mech suit, like
a
like
mech would be awesome.
like something lined up. Remember, I mean, this is not really a spoiler. It's in the commercials, but like in Predator Badlands, remember get
Yeah.
that peek of the mech
That was
suit.
rad, dude. That was with the
Yeah,
saw blade
yeah,
and all that.
yeah, yeah.
That
I
would
can I can
be,
see I can see I can see Four Horsemen doing something like that,
oh,
like
for sure, for sure.
something maybe I don't know,
Yeah.
15 inch.
Yeah.
You know.
I would like to see like maybe part of a castle, like a diorama of a castle,
Hmm.
like something where you can, set it up in your room, and kind of like the Thundercats, like I
Oh,
forget the
the
name.
place, yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
large one.
yeah, I mean it's huge, but like certain people can afford, that, and they have the room for that. So
Hmm.
I think that they should make something of that size and scale for people that do have room
Yeah,
for, that type of, so that'd be awesome.
that's funny. You say that the Thundercats. I know somebody's gonna tell us what it is, but their home base, whatever.
I
Um,
can't believe I can't remember right
I
now.
can't remember either.
I'm like, Hall of Justice?
But
No, it's
like DC fans be looking at you crazy. Like, don't you say that.
right. What is it
But
called? It's called Thundercats. I'm a
one,
huge Thundercats fan. I can't think of it.
one of my buddies, his friend, he's in the group. He's about 6'5" or whatever. He's a big dude, and he messaged me. You know, we go back and forth on Facebook Messenger, and one of his buddies got that Thundercats thing, whatever, and he took a picture of it, and he was in the picture too. I think he was in the picture, but yeah, he was in the picture too, and like the size of it was just like about half his size and
It's
everything. I'm
huge,
just
dude.
like,
It's
God, dog, is that
yeah,
big? I'm
it's
like,
huge.
wow, that's huge, dude.
I
That's
wanted
huge.
it. I could have bought it, but I'm like it's literally like my toy room is like a 10 by 10 room. It's tiny.
Mhm.
And so it would have just sat in a box.
Yeah,
So but I still regret it, because if you buy it when it comes out, a lot of times that's as cheap as you're going to see it. So
right.
if you wait, but sometimes things get cheaper, like the Thunder Tank, which I did buy, which is still in a box.
That's huge. That's pretty huge too.
I've
Shoot,
seen it. Yeah, I've
that's
seen
like
it
a
because
little
they
pet.
they had a Thunder Tank at Intern, and I was staring at it like, man, I wish I could open mine, but I have no room for it, to display it.
I'm all right. Yeah, that's the one.
It's like a lair.
What's it called again?
Cat's lair.
The
Thundercats Lair.
cat's lair. She looked it up.
Cat's
Thank you,
Lair.
Joy.
Cat's Lair.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank
Yeah.
thank you, Joycell.
Yes. Thank you, Joycel.
Oh
Cat's
man.
lair. I could not
Okay, yeah,
think of it.
yeah. Cat's Lair. Yeah. What
But
was it? They had okay, it was the Blackbird, the X-Men Blackbird. Somebody had that
did you
at
see
the.
that?
I saw that. Wow. Somebody bought it too.
Yeah, somebody took that home.
Yeah, I
And
was
it
like,
was
wow.
expensive. It was expensive. I heard how much that I thought it was, but I'm not sure if that's how much it was. But I know
How
that
much did you hear?
I
I was
thought it
trying to
was
see.
I thought it was a couple thousand,
Yeah,
like 13, 1400 or
I
15.
can see it being that much. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And then he also did the Fantastic Four car, which
Was that bad?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I think I heard that Cornboy said he bought it from the guy.
Oh, he bought the Fantastic
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Oh
But
wow,
I
man.
didn't see it there. I didn't see it, but that's
I
pretty
think
cool.
it probably pop up in the YouTube, and somebody probably
He loves
got it
his
recorded.
Fantastic Four.
Man, God, dog.
So
See,
how do you feel about the big items like that? Like, do you have the display room, and would you buy like a big piece of castle or
oh yes,
a
yes. You know what?
pirate ship or
I would buy. I don't think for me personally, I don't think Four Horsemen would do castles because we get so many people doing castles now, and they do like great jobs at it.
Mhm.
So I think they just gonna let them shine and give them that. But I do think that uh I, I mean this is something I was saying at a G Con. I said it's gonna be a Kraken. I do think that we still need like a
Oh,
bunch
I
of like
would love
huge
that, dude.
figures. Yeah, like a Kraken, probably more the size close to the dragon, not as big as the dragon, but
Yeah,
close to it. Yeah, you that could be so badass. But on a base, some kind of base like a pirate ship base, whatever. Just
yeah.
just to show its
That's.
size.
I thought maybe we would see like a dinghy or like a small like a rowboat or something.
Yeah, yeah,
But
something.
can you imagine like a playset, like a small boat for your mythic figures, and then a kraken that's got like its tentacles
Oh
that would come up
man, that
around?
would be the highlight, and
Man,
next to the dragon in my
it's
collection.
like take my
Yeah,
money,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I would
Take
love
it.
that.
I don't need to pay a mortgage this month. Just go ahead
Right?
and take
Yeah,
it.
mortgage. That's right.
Oh
You
man,
know what else would be cool would be like a carriage. Like a real fancy like a
yeah.
coachman and like a carriage with the horses. I could picture like a black one with like windows and like kind of like not like I'm thinking headless horseman, but like some
That's what
kind of like
I was thinking
dark
too.
like
Yeah.
Dracula's carriage, with the horses and stuff. Like that would be badass too.
That is funny. That's something I never thought of or
It just
have
occurred to
heard
me.
anybody say. But you know what? That would be pretty cool.
That
I
would be
would be
cool.
down for that
That
because
would be cool.
it'd be something that you can not relate to, but it'd be something familiar, but
Mhm.
also it's something that be interesting in your collection. To
Right.
have like a little chase scene with that in
Oh
it,
yeah, for sure. That'd be
and
awesome.
some other
But
horses and
that's
stuff like that.
that's what's cool about this toy line is that And I was thinking about that at Legion's Con, like they're doing like the ocean and like sea creatures, and like that's so far in my mind from like knights and like goblins and stuff. It's like it went to like
Another level.
another level, like
Yeah.
sci-fi, like fantasy, kind of weird water world Kroll kind of like
Mhm.
different, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm all for it. Like, I think it's awesome, but it totally went in like a different direction than like,
It really it felt like it's doing something that like Star Wars hasn't done in a long time as far as
yeah,
the storyline. Like it just like like people complain about the Star Wars stuff, the
right.
toys these days, because it's just like excuse me, it's like it felt like it's still stuck on nostalgia.
Hmm.
It's still stuck on the original trilogy and maybe some of the prequel stuff that us older fans can love or whatever. But when it's trying to expand outside of that, it seems
Hmm.
like it's just failing at that.
Right.
Outside of Mandalorian, which that kind of faded away too. But
It did a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, but it's just like if with Mythic Legions, it just feel like you ain't got to worry about that
Right.
because I mean, yes, they do have their own lore, but at the same time, you can make your own.
Right.
They're giving that to
Absolutely.
you because, and I think that just like as a collector, that just you know, just just blow up your imagination even bigger. Like
Right.
you can make your Mythic Legions more Lord of the Rings base, or you can make
Yes.
it more, not sci-fi, but like more like but you can do sci-fi with that too, with
Mhm.
Cosmic and Lord of the Rings, and make something like Master of the Universe.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
you have all these
all all
new
all these
parts,
parts, yeah,
all
to
these
make
tools,
whatever you want.
whatever you want. Yeah.
And
So it's a good thing. I'm all for them broadening their, what they make to even a bigger, like
mhm.
show me all of it. Like do Western stuff, do,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
do
Wrestling would probably be really
anything. I
cool.
want to, I want to see it all, show me everything.
And now we got sea creatures. Now you can make whatever you want with these sea creatures. You can have them with your Marvel Legends Namor. You have a
Right.
line up with
Oh
that.
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So it's just like you can do so much now, and I'm shocked. Not as many people are into it as I thought would be. I mean, there is a lot of people into this line. Like the fan base is incredibly huge, and like the people in this fan base are great. Like I'm pretty sure that you have your bad apples, but thankfully I haven't ran into that at all, or my wife. And that's one thing about Legion's Con we really did enjoy was like you go in there and people. I said this I even said this at Legion's Con. I said it felt like I was hanging out with family members I ain't seen in years. But I'm talking
Absolutely.
to the
I
person,
mean,
I just met them
you're
within the
having
past two
breakfast
minutes.
with me and other guys that you have never met before,
Yeah,
but
Eric Miller,
come
yeah,
sit
all
down,
the
man.
guys,
Come
yeah.
sit and share a meal with us. And I love that. I love to see, and it's a lot of like, if you and your wife, like if you guys show up and show your personality, like Joy is dressing up, you're
Mhm.
out there like having breakfast with dudes you don't even know, like they will embrace you, you know what I mean? Like I was looking at this picture here of Joy and other ladies, you know what I mean?
And
Like
she loves
they
them, yeah.
they want you guys to be part of their community. Like there's never too many good people in this community, and like you're already in, you know what I mean? You enjoy, like they're going to be looking for you guys next year. Like, where are they here yet? You know what I mean? Because you're part of our tribe now.
Oh, I'll get it tatted somewhere on my arm
That's right.
pretty
That's right.
soon.
But no, I love that
Cabal above
because
all.
it's right. I mean, that's how it felt for me too when I first, it's like you can walk in the door as a stranger, but it's up to you. But if you just reach out a little bit you're
Mhm.
gonna leave with some friends for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and one thing I was telling, well, I was talking to Jeremy, right before we left out, Jeremy Gerard, like I said, this is what we need, right now in America and in the world, whatever. I know this is a toy group, but at the same time, this is what the world needs more of this, needs
Yes.
more people like just putting our differences to the side and just finding something that we both have in common and enjoying it and relating to it. And like me and you doing with, talk about it. And it's nothing weird about it. It's nothing weird talking about it, toys or music or movies or sports or whatever you enjoy, because there's always someone out there that's passionate about that stuff just as much as you are.
Hmm.
So it's crazy how, like, how people in this world, we just turn on each other over things we don't disagree on, but at the same time we can't enjoy each other for things that we do agree on.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah, I
and
mean, people that we, I don't like that person because of their view or something, but we might
yeah,
love the same music. We
yeah,
might,
yeah,
we might have the same favorite movie or whatever. We had to find that common ground of things that we are passionate about, that we love, and kind of reconnect. You know what I mean? And I think the
hmm,
toys do that. It's like that it brings us, you from Houston, me from Michigan, Emil from Sweden,
yeah,
guys from all over the place, and women. We come together because we love these figures, but it's such a loving community that we're all welcome in, that we can all be ourselves and
hmm,
all be individual. There's only one Jay, there's only one Schmerb, you know what I mean? It's like but we're all accepted, no matter how different or weird, or I wear sandals and people are like, oh, your feet, but like they still accept me, you know what I mean?
At
It's
least you
like
wear sandals. I don't wear none at all. My wife be saying, "You need to put some shoes on." I'm
I mean, that's
barefoot
how I
all
was
outside the
raised. I
house.
I never wore shoes growing up. I lived on a farm and we never wore shoes. That was just
Yeah. Okay.
that was how I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
raised, but now people are like, what are you doing? But it's like,
They
it's
just don't
they're
know. They don't know what they're
accepting.
missing.
Yeah, exactly. But like everyone is accepting of each one of us, all our quirks and differences and weirdness.
Mhm.
It just adds more facets to this group and makes us even more unique and individual, but wonderful, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
And
you guys are here. I'm glad that you decided to fly out and be
I
part of
told you I
this.
was
And
coming. I said, "Hey, I'm coming through. Just let you
I
know,
was
I'm visiting my
happy.
parents."
I was happy. You had reached out to me a while back. You had found the live show, and we did a show about the dark side of collecting, which is
Yeah.
something that I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about for a while.
That was
It's
deep.
not a fun topic. It's not something that we're gonna laugh about, but it was a good one. It was very thoughtful, and it was just about like how we can be addicted to something that's as wonderful as this, and try to control it and try to keep it in check without losing the
You know,
joy. And
yeah.
you had reached out to me, and you're like, man, that show was a good show, and I'm like, who is this guy? This guy, I don't even know this guy. But I love that. I love when people do that. Like, I had a guy from Germany last week that was like, hey, I want to be on your show, and I'm from Germany. I'm like, dude, let's do it. And I had a great time.
Yeah, I saw
So
that one. That was your last show, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
you had a
but
few days
I,
ago.
I
Yeah, I
love
watched that
that.
one.
I love that. You can never have too many friends.
No,
Um,
no.
but
But
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you
I
reaching out.
thought that that episode you had about addiction when it comes to your plastic addiction. I'm like,
Mm.
yeah. I'm like, yeah. That's something I watch it. And my wife can tell you, I watch a lot of podcasts about toy. Toy YouTubers.
Mm.
And I've never seen nobody really discuss that. I'm pretty sure there's people that have, but I never found anybody that discussed that. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember it was you. Blake, Curtis, and a couple other guys. I think Brian was on there too,
Mm-hmm.
and Henrich. That's his name, Henrich.
Heinrich, yeah, Heinrich,
Heinrich. I think he was
yeah.
on there, and y'all was saying some stuff like, oh, I was just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was just like, I never thought about that. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Not saying I can relate to her. I'm not saying I am
Of
relating
course
to her,
not.
but I'm
Of
just
course
saying
not.
yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
uh, you can't collect and be passionate about it, but that's also you should, like you said, control it. It also should be like a
Right.
limit. Like, okay, don't be collecting toys and you can't pay your bills or take care of your family because at the
Right.
end of the day, these are really just luxury items.
Yes. You got to have that perspective. And
Hmm.
I find myself, it's like, man, I love there's so many waves, there's so many figures. And just talking about mythics, like there's so many figures,
Hmm.
and I want, 95% of them. And I will get, this new wave comes out and I've got pre-orders and they're coming and I get a box and I'm opening them and I'm enjoying them and I put it on the shelf, but I'm not thinking about each individual figure. It's like, oh, this is cool, and then I put it on the shelf. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as a kid, like I would get a Hot Wheel or a Matchbox
And you
car.
play with that toy everywhere you go.
That thing went everywhere. It was in my hand, it was in my pocket, it was at my friend's house, it was, at my mom at the doctor's office,
Hmm.
and like that individual like appreciation for something is something that I think we lose because we're just inundated with so much stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we're chasing that rush of getting something. Like, dude, I love when I get something from, the Horseman or something from, Big Bad Toy Store. I get a box of a pile of loot. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. It's like Christmas, and you feel that rush. Bless you. You feel that rush of opening something, and then we just keep doing it. We keep, like every month. Me and my friends were like, oh yeah, I got a box from Big Bad Toy Store, and it's like a pile of
and,
all
and,
these
and
toys.
some haven't even opened the box yet. It just
Right.
seems like
Yeah.
they
You
got so
start to
much stuff.
lose
Yeah,
that, you have the rush of getting something new, but you're not appreciating that something new. You're on to
yeah.
the next,
You're like,
that
okay,
next
this is
thing.
cool. All right, what else? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's
and
like, it's
that
nice.
can
Like
be bad. Yeah,
you've got your table full of, your armory and you're enjoying them. And that's
yeah.
what
I
I
got it right
love.
here. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Like that's it.
You're
like
happy. You're in
like
your,
I have fun with this for as long as
yeah.
I can. You know,
And I think that was my main thing was just, let's enjoy what we have.
mhm.
Yes, it's great. The Horsemen need us to keep buying stuff for them to keep making stuff, but let's also enjoy what we have and enjoy each. Like I'll just stop and look, and I'm like, man, this figure is bad. I'll
Yeah.
keep looking at it. And I'm like, man, it's like appreciate what you have, instead of chasing that next thing,
Because
Um,
there's always gonna be that next thing, the next thing, and
yeah,
yeah, that's one thing my
exactly.
wife sees me do. Like sometimes, I have a collection in the bedroom and stuff. I just get out the bed and get one of the toys, and just mess around with. Like,
Yeah.
dang, this is the detail, and have it put it in a pose. Just basically play with it, and
Mhm.
I just do that to like each one of them. I just enjoy like say enjoy what you have
Yes.
instead of just like, okay, I got that. All right, let me pre-order this right now, or let me get this. Like, I think
It's
them days for me are done. I used to do that. I used to be bad with that, with Hasbro and McFarlane and stuff like that. And I used to like, okay, I got that new wave. Okay, but I got to pre-order this. I got to pre-order that. Hasbro. With pre-orders, they tell you, okay, it'll be out, in 6 months, and then 6 days later, like, okay, processing your order. Like,
processing. You're like,
oh,
oh
you're
no.
like, hold on, wait a minute,
Yeah.
y'all lied to me. Then my wife looking at me like, I'm like, the pre-order snuck in. He's like,
Right. I'm sorry.
sure it did. I'm like,
Right.
no.
It's
Like,
true, man. It's a real thing. But I mean, they need to, it's a model that they've created and perpetuates, and it keeps them,
mhm.
we have to keep feeding them, so they have to keep creating and
Yeah, they had to hurry
and
up
making new
nonstop. Just
stuff. And it's
boom,
like,
boom.
and I just want to sometimes pump the brakes and like go back to being a kid again and really enjoying,
That
that
one or two
line.
figures.
Yeah, that lino that I had. I was like, man, I was in love with that figure, and that was the greatest thing, ever, you know.
So here's the question for you. When, when did you know you was a toy collector? What
That's a
line
good question.
turned you to made you say, okay, yep, I collect toys, and I think I'm not gonna grow out of this ever.
I think I need a new co-host. I think I need to have you as my co-host or my substitute when I want to take a night off. I'm gonna have
Okay,
you
well, hey,
ask the questions.
I'm your buddy, man. You know I got you.
I love it. I love it. No, that's a great question. No, I had never. No one's ever asked me that before.
Hmm.
And I don't know if there's like an actual like time. Like I don't think I took it seriously. Like when I was married for the first time, I was kind of like a closet collector. Literally, like she didn't like, me buying toys. She thought it was silly. She thought it was childish. And so I kind of had to hide, like I didn't analyze it, but like, buying these figures, like they brought me joy. And,
Yeah,
for her it was kind of an embarrassing thing. So like I would buy something and have it shipped to my friend's house and kind of like sneak it onto my shelf. So I was kind of like I was kind of in denial that I was a collector. And then once I got divorced, then I kind of was like a kid in a candy store and I just started buying stuff,
embracing it, and
embracing,
yeah, in that
that
relationship, you
collecting.
felt like you were just like felt like you were kind of jailed in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, my wife just said something. I was just thinking that too. On our page, our
Our geek life.
our Geek Life, I was about to say our Gold Life, our Geek Life page, we did a video about that, about don't be embarrassed to be a toy
Hmm.
collector. And like what you said was like exactly what we were talking about. Like, no one should be embarrassed for collecting toys.
Right.
Like there's never been a thing in the law, that against the law saying that okay, you can't collect toys at this age, after you turn this age. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing wrong about it. There's plenty of worse things to be
Absolutely.
addicted to or enjoying whatever
I
than
agree.
than toys. And plus it just me and my wife talked about this a while back about like when you grow up, after your kid life is over with, like when you grow up, you have to be a grow up. There's no going back. And we talked about how it sucks, like how we don't have nothing, because when you're a kid, it's like it's probably the best time of your life is when you're a
Right.
kid, because you're experiencing all these things and this and that, and you know riding the bike and playing sports and playing with toys and video games. But when you're grown up, it's just like, okay, fun is over with. You
Right.
got
I got to be
responsibility.
serious. I
I
got to
gotta be
work. I've
serious.
got to, yeah.
I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta
And
start a family. I gotta do this.
I
And
agree.
don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff, of course, you enjoy your family and stuff like that. But like, as far as like, when you're grown up, it's like, yeah, like say you have to be serious, and like responsibility comes in, and when responsibility comes in, there's no days off.
Mhm.
None. You have to be responsible every day. So yeah, I guess us being toy collectors, it kind of just brings back, buying toys for us and playing with them and, talking about them. It brings back that experience from when we were kids that we
Yes.
get to relive.
It's like a pure thing where it's like, I will sit and watch someone like open a figure or, just enjoy their, whatever they bought. And I watch it and it makes my heart happy because they're in a happy place. It's like they're kids again, and that
Yeah.
that elation and that feeling of just, innocence and imagination and excitement.
And it's a toy. You're
Is
not doing nothing bad, crazy with it. It's
right.
it's, it's, it's a toy. You bought the toy. You playing with it. You're not bothering nobody.
Right.
You reliving your childhood, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's no age limit on that at
Yeah.
all.
Well, I think these days it's a little bit more accepted.
Yes,
Like I was
yes, it
raised
has
by
been.
my
Yes.
grandparents who were, from the Depression era. So like there was no toys. There was no
Mhm.
messing around. Like, you're out there helping on the farm, when you're a kid.
Mhm.
So like, like the thought of me having toys, as a young adult or a 13, 14-year-old, like I'm selling that crap. Like you don't need that stuff anymore, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a different time. But now I see like older people enjoying anime and cosplaying and action figures and stuff like that, and it makes me happy because it's part of our culture now. It's
Mhm.
accepted more. There's not like a stigma of like, what are you, like a child molester? What are you like,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you,
Like,
is there
you trying
something
to lure the
wrong with you?
kids?
Is there something
Yeah.
wrong with you? You know what I mean? That you have dolls, that you have action figures. It's like, no, like these are freaking cool. Like the articulation and the engineering of these figures are amazing, and they make me feel like a kid again. Like today I was outside, I was getting ready to grill dinner for the family, and
Mhm.
I had a couple of figures. My buddy Elijah Baker, I don't know if you met him,
Yeah, yeah. Nice
um,
guy, nice guy.
gave me a cool custom figure. So I grabbed that, and I grabbed another figure, and I went out to the backyard and was just taking a couple pictures real quick. And
Mhm.
it was just fun. Like my wife laughs at me, but not in like a mean way. It's like
Like
you're
cute,
like
like
a little
that's
boy.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's cute. Like the other day I had a night in a silver night in my car that I had
Mhm.
taken with me to Legion's Con, and I was like, I got to clean out my car, so I threw it in my lunchbox, and I came in and I had my lunchbox from work, and I took out my silver knight, and she just started busting up like, you've got like figures everywhere, like you took it to work or something. Like, no, 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 it was in my
That's funny. My
lunchbox. I
wife
was
starts
just
saying things like, "Taking toys to work." I'm like, "What?
I'm
Huh?"
like, well, I mean, I have before, but it's just innocent things that keep us happy, that make us happy.
it's
Nothing wrong with that. There's
fun.
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's nothing. Funny story. Like my wife, all the toys I brought into our bedroom. Just to pose on the dresser or on the nightstand. Uh, I brought in Transformers, uh, Storm collectible toys,
Good stuff.
Marvel,
Good stuff.
Marvel Legends, McFarlane, Spawn. Like my wife usually gets them, there's a time limit. Like, okay, you can have them posed on the dress or
Right.
whatever for a week or so,
Right.
but then you're gonna have to, take them back upstairs to the toy room.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I said, okay, okay, okay,
That's
So I,
reasonable. That's
so yeah, that's
reasonable.
reasonable. So like, okay, that's cool, because being married, I got my own my own toy collecting room. She gave me that, and she can have the rest of the house. and
Exactly. It's
and
compromises. But you got to
yeah,
make sure you keep that stuff off the floor, because
yeah.
man,
Well,
if
I'll keep that for myself. I want because that
I
stuff will
drop the
break.
little explosions, the little spiky little pieces, and she steps on them, and
Oh,
oh man,
dang,
yeah, I hear it.
dang,
I hear
dude,
it. So you got to keep
man.
that stuff off the floor.
But funny story is like, okay, so when I started collecting Mythic Legions, and uh I start posing them, on the dress and everything. She's like, "Oh, okay. They can stay a little bit longer. This stuff can stay longer." I'm like,
She's like, I
"Okay,
like
cool."
this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She liked it. She wanted to tell me, but she liked them. I know it. But then she kind of let it out. The beginning of the year, it snowed really good over here, and the army experience stuff came out. Retail
Mhm.
on for Horseman retail, and I was messing with those. I was like, okay, it's snowing in our backyard. You know what? I'm gonna take them out there and pose them in the snow. And I took pictures and had them pose and everything. And then my wife and the kids were outside, when I was doing that. And then my wife went ahead and started getting like the Gwendolyn. Oh, not Gwendolyn. What's the lady? I'm bad with these names,
It's
but
okay.
the gold. She has gold armor. It's over. Her name's
There's
over.
yeah, that's
What's,
Gwendolyn. Yeah,
okay, it
Gwendolyn.
was Gwendolyn. Okay, yeah, Gwendolyn
I'm looking at
and
it right now. She's
uh,
got a little bit of purple
yeah,
and
she has liver
gold.
purple. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and that one and a few other
so she
female
got some
figures.
for herself.
No. She took mine,
Oh,
and I was looking for them because I couldn't
like
find
where'd
them.
they
Like,
go?
where they at?
Where are they?
Yeah, and then I said, huh, all the girls are missing. So okay, I got 4 kids. I got 4 kids. Like, 3 of them are girls, and one was a boy. The
Hmm.
boys not gonna play with the girl toys, and the girls they're not gonna mess with the toys. Period. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna leave one person, my wife. So I went
Hmm.
out to the
Hmm.
backyard, and I look and I see her like close to the end of the backyard, by the fence, and she's in the snow, like just laying there with the toys and her phone, taking
I love
pictures,
it.
and she even got a little like something for the blood and everything,
Oh
to make the
man,
blood. And she was just making little action poses and playing
I
with the
love it.
toys.
I got to
And
see
yeah,
these
I loved
pictures
it,
now.
man. I was just like, huh, this is how women feel when they see our
Right,
when they see their boyfriends or husbands do the same thing.
right.
And she took some great shots too.
You'll have to send me one or two because
Yeah,
I'll post.
I'm gonna dig and look for them. I'll definitely send it to you. I was
I'll
like,
put them
oh,
in the chat of when I post this show and the Cabal. I can post pictures of these in the chat, so
okay. I
that way
look for
people
them.
could see what we're.
They were the beginning of the year, so it's gonna be a while. But I'll find them. And
Yeah,
yeah, and then after that, I was just like, yes, got you.
got you.
Cause
I got you.
cause
Yeah, heck
yeah,
yeah.
cause I know she's not gonna. This line right here, she's gonna be in for it.
Well, there's
But
so many different choices. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like what you like. What she likes might be different than what you likes, but there's so many
yeah.
different. You know,
But
but then
like we
you're gonna be
talked about, what we talked about, we found something in common that we
yeah,
have. Yeah,
common ground
common ground.
for
So yeah.
sure. Yeah, I know my wife was like, she's been asking for a mermaid. And she's
Mm.
like, I want a mermaid. I hope, tell when you see Eric, tell him to make a mermaid. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll tell him that. And so this year they had the mermaid at GCon
The
for the
siren
reveal.
one,
Yeah, the
yeah.
siren. She was excited, but she's like, she hates snakes. And she's like, she
Ah,
kind of looks like a snake a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, well, she has that kind of snake body that they put fins on. So
mhm.
she's happy, but she's not super. But I'm like, you could paint it, you can customize it, you can do
You can
different things
customize
to it.
easily to a
So
mermaid.
I ordered two. So one for me and one for her. So we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't afford 2 Mythic fans in the house, man. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting,
Same here. Hey. You have to be a small fan. I got to be a
Right?
big
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah,
As a
yeah,
part-time
yeah,
fan, you can't be hardcore. We can't. The house can't withstand that kind of.
yeah. Yeah. Oh no.
The big diorama and
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
we'll
I
send
can't.
those.
Yeah. Send it to him. Yeah. Okay. She's gonna
Yeah, for
sing
sure. Yeah,
some
for
stuff.
sure. Thanks, Joy. Thanks,
But
Joy. Next time we come on, I want her to be on too.
yeah. Oh, she said okay. She
She's
will
in
definitely
comfort
come on.
mode, and I understand that it's late, and she's I get that, but she's
Mhm.
a celebrity now, so she's got to
I
make
I
appearances
told
for her
I
fans.
I
She's got
told
to.
her. I said I'm pretty sure you're gonna like going to Legion's Con. I'm like I told her for like months. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a great time
Oh
because
man, it looked
those
like
people.
she was having a great time.
Yeah. And she's a bit shy and everything, but once she get out of shyness, like she's just so loving, so cool, and a big geek just like me.
But
And
I think though that like dressing up and the cosplaying, it kind of like gets you out of your head and gets you out
yeah,
of like your body, like whatever issues you might have or something, because people are like so cool, like whoa, like that's a great costume, that's so cool. Can I get a picture? That's
hmm
got to help,
hmm
like you feel good about yourself. Um, so and people were super excited to see her dressed up
yeah,
and
because
stuff. I think that was
you're
awesome.
dressing up, man, and it's just like you're doing something that you wanna just like we talked about with the toys. you're accessing that inner child again,
Yes,
and you just going with whatever your imagination wants you, how far your imagination wants to go.
exactly,
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, of course you're not gonna feel embarrassed or shy or anything. You're in character now.
yeah. And I
So
think you get to that age where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be myself.
yeah, just don't care. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, my
This funny. It's funny you said that. I mean, I see that more and more. In the past few years, but like that's what people say. Like the older you get, you just realize you just don't care. Like some, like not some. There's a lot of stuff that you thought you cared about for like
or that
ever, and
mattered, was
yeah, matter
important,
to
but
you, and you realize
be
that really don't
yourself.
matter.
Life's too short, have
Life
fun.
is way too short. Just make it. Just do whatever makes yourself happy. And as long as it's
Yes,
not hurting nobody, you're good.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
And
And my
and
mom, she made me a cape when I was a kid, and it was
mhm,
just a piece of black fabric with like a drawstring because I had a towel, I had a blanket, like I would run around the backyard like Superman or jumping off of,
mhm.
things like Batman or something, like looking to see how my cape looked, and then she actually made me a cape. And I was like, I was probably like 11, little fat kid with like a black cape, but I
But
thought I
look,
was
I bet you how much joy that brought you. Just
in my
like it was
mind,
everything.
like I
This
was
is everything.
bad. I was like Batman. I was like Dracula. I was like the coolest in my mind. Like it just made me so happy, to do that, because it made me in my mind cooler. It made me in my mind something
Yeah.
that, like a
See.
superhero or something, it made me better than who I was. It just in my mind. And I love that. Like I wore that thing until it fell
Don't
to
say just in your mind. You it made you who you are. I mean
yes, yeah, exactly,
that's who you are. Period. I mean,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. No, that's real. That's for sure.
yeah,
That's
that's great. That's really great because I bet you when you did that, I bet that was like the greatest thing ever to you.
oh
And that's
man. I
something
mean,
you'll never ever forget.
for sure. And I think that's why like a lot of people live Halloween year round because it lets them let their freak flag fly. Like they can be whoever they want, like however they want, be yourself, wear that cape 365 days a year. Like who cares? Be your best self.
Hey, I mean, if I could, I would wear a Batman outfit at work
Hell yeah, dude. It'd be
every day.
awesome.
But it's too hot.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, especially where you are for
I
sure. But
mean, yeah, it's too hot to do that. So I might have to pass on that.
yeah. But yeah, it's all about just letting your inner person out and embracing the joy. That's what it's all about for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what it really is about the inner child. But yeah,
I
it's
agree.
really the same thing. It's just because inner joy is really inner child is really your inner joy because when you was a child, that's when you probably enjoy life the most.
Right, and
You
that's the
know.
realest you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not worried
Because you
about bills, not worried
no,
about that ticket that I haven't paid yet, and
yeah.
like
Not worry about being in a relationship. Not worry
yeah,
about
yeah. Is she mad at me?
nothing.
Did I not
Yeah,
take out the trash? Did I
yeah.
not flush the toilet? Did I not put the seat down, or drama at work? It's like none of that.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean that was probably 99% of kids in the world. Well, I'm sorry, not 99%, but majority of kids, yes, they always experienced the first half of their life was the most joy in their life,
Mhm.
and then there's the second half of their life.
Yeah, because
But
I mean,
but
you want to rush and grow up.
yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
and
be an
I tell
adult.
kids, because I was the same way, and I had grown-ups tell me like when when you couldn't do something because you was old enough,
Mm.
and you say something smart, and a grown up tells you, like you better enjoy life while while you're young, because once you grow up, that's it, and you don't, and you just look at them like whatever, but
Whatever.
but then it
I'm
happens, you
always gonna be
like
young. What are you talking about?
yeah, yeah, but then it happens, you're like damn, like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. He guy was right. He was salty, but he was right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
That's I didn't like him, but he was right about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So this is, us collecting and buying these figures and going to shows. It's kind of re-embracing that, that inner child, that inner
Mm.
innocence, and letting our imaginations, take it
Take
where
over. Yeah.
take over. Yeah. So I think there's something to that for sure.
Okay. Well, here's another question.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm asking questions all the way through.
Let's do it.
Okay, so with the way that the economy is right now, and things are getting tough now. Where where do you think is going to happen with the tour community now? Or you think it's going to start because what we saw right around the time between the pandemic and after pandemic, we saw a rise, like a huge
Mhm,
rise in like toy collecting. Most because people were at home, they had nothing else to
mhm,
do but to buy toys and play with them. So we saw the toy collecting community just grew big,
mhm,
like got huge. But now it's been 4 or 5 years now, and that toy hype kind of calmed down a little bit,
mhm,
and a lot of these movies that are based on toys, like we're talking about Star Wars and Marvel and DC,
mhm,
like they they uh they bet big on their movies and shows, and the movies are not doing as big as they used to anymore, and prices are going up, and
for
now
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
for everything, yeah, for everything, of course, but now a lot more people be like, okay, this is going up now. I gotta be bit more smarter than I was doing
Right.
earlier. So, you think now the tour community is going to keep growing, or do you think it's going to start declining now because of all this stuff that's going on?
Uh, Good question, man. I think that people will be more selective. They'll be more picky with their dollar.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that the economy will get better. I'm hoping that things will get better. Like all I can do is hope.
Hmm.
But like smaller toy companies and stuff, like I just hope that they don't get tariffed to death. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I would be beside myself if this company couldn't withstand, all the tariffs and the,
that can really hurt them. That can really hurt
yeah,
them.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind paying, like I hear people complaining like, oh, $55 or $60 for a figure. And it's like, yeah, it's a lot. I was just talking about this today. It's like, yeah, it's a lot, but um if you look, I'm looking around my room, I'm looking at Sir Gideon, I'm looking at Gwendolyn, I'm looking at, some of these, figure obscura, the Frankenstein's creature. Like these are works of art
Yeah,
in my mind.
yeah,
They're worth what I pay. You know what I mean? Like if I can't buy two, then I'll buy one. If I can't buy, there's some of them, Steel Knight, there's people that were buying 12. um and I get it. I'm like, man, that's a lot. But if things get really tough, I'll still support. I'll do what I can, because like we were talking about, these figures bring us joy, and I still need that joy to keep going in my work, in my life. I love my wife and I love my dogs and I love my family, but I need that. I need
you
to
need at
go.
least something. Yeah, at least one
Yes,
thing. Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
go in my room and open a figure, and like this is cool. I want to check it out.
It's your
You know,
therapy.
yeah, it's my therapy. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, I need to check this guy out, and it makes me
Mhm.
happy. I need that. Like I need that. So I will support. If the prices go up, I'll follow them. You know what I mean? Because I know like they're not. I trust this company, and I know that they're not trying. They're not driving all new, Mercedes, or
No, they're
like
not.
they're normal
They're
dudes like
us.
us. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
normal dudes like us. They're not trying to get rich off of us and our dollar and our hard earned. They want to make a living, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody does, but
But at the same
you
time, they
know,
want the same characters we want. I mean,
they're fans. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
they're fans
fans
too.
of
Like, yeah, they show us stuff like that at G-Con, and like, yes, support this so we can get this out because we want the toys too.
yes,
You know.
exactly, exactly. So I mean, I'm with them for it. I have found, and a lot of people that I've talked to are kind of streamlining what they collect.
Mhm.
Um, so like that's kind of what I'm doing. It's like, I'm just collecting lines that I really love. And not, oh, that's cool, or that, somebody will show me a picture of this new figure or that new toy line or
Yeah,
something, and I'm
I
like,
think like
oh
it's
man,
cool and
that's
all.
cool.
Yeah.
But I got to kind of be a little bit more selective, because I want to get all that good stuff from Mythics and all that stuff. So um, that's kind of where my mind is. I'm just being more selective, but definitely staying with Mythics, just because it feeds everything pretty much that I'm looking for. I do
Yes.
collect, like, I love Fresh Monkey Fiction, like their Operation Monster Force. I
Mhm.
love that, and it's kind of like completely different than Mythics. So it's like, if I'm kind of burned out on nights for a minute, then I'll open, or I'll play with I'll grab my Halloween boy and check him out, and I'll
Mhm.
have a good time with this, just because it's different.
Uh-oh.
It's different from
Nice.
from Mythics, you know what I mean? So, you know, just something different. But we have to keep collecting, and we have to keep, you know, embracing that part of our innocence, and chase
Yeah.
that joy for sure. How about you, man? How do you feel about the future of collecting and the toy lines and stuff like that?
I feel as though like I feel it's gonna go back to kind of like the way it was before. Um before like I talked about before, the pandemic and all the other junk. I think it's gonna go down to just being, just like grown up collectors more and more and more
Mhm.
as kids. So like kids are not really into like toys like they used to be.
No, that's gonna go
So
away,
so
dude.
that
I'm
that's
telling
gonna
you.
go, yeah, that's gonna like completely go,
You
not
give a
completely go
kid
away,
like
but it's
GI Joe or a tablet, they're gonna pick the
the
tablet.
tablet, of
Yeah.
course. And I mean that's what they're pushing out there
Mm.
anyways. So I think that part is going to die off. I think
I
yes,
agree.
you're gonna have kids, little 7-year old playing with, of course, a little McFarlane, not McFarlane, but like a Marvel Legend Spider Man. Of
Right.
course, you're gonna have that stuff. But as far as
That'll
like
always be
in
around.
in teenagers or anything like that collecting
Yeah.
toys, you're not gonna see that as much. So that
I
can
agree.
really put a dent for future when they grow up, because
I
once we're
agree.
gone, I think it really will decline once we're all
I
gone.
totally, yeah, because this is like a niche. This is
Yeah.
like, this is kind of scratching an itch that we have,
Yeah.
as adult collectors. But I don't see kids like, because knights and goblins and stuff like that, like that's old stuff, like that's
Hmm.
what I grew up with,
That's why I tell
is
people.
is fairy tales of, King Arthur, and stuff like that. Like that stuff interested me. Like I loved knights. I used to draw them as a kid in school, like that was my thing. But that's not something that I think carries on to newer generations. So that's not going to be something that interests them, I don't think.
That's why I tell people. Like, I think if you were born in between the '70s to maybe sometime in the '90s, in the
Mhm.
mid '90s, if you were born somewhere around there, well, probably yeah, early '90s.
Yeah, no,
Like
I
you probably
agree. Yeah,
you probably like from the '70s to the early '90s, you probably had like a great childhood, because remember that's when we, like you were just saying, like we had nights, and remember those cheesy barbarian '80s action movies,
oh yeah,
they have one with the brothers. I forgot the name of it.
yeah, I remember that.
And
I remember that movie.
yeah,
They're like
and
twin
remember,
brothers,
yeah, cat and
Beastmaster and
yeah,
Yor, and
oh man, I can't think. There's another Beastmaster 2 was
there
crap
was
though,
like
but
Yor,
uh,
something.
no,
There was
K and
Conan. There was
Conan was getting big.
yeah,
I mean, and then plus, of course, you had Lord of the Rings. They came
Kroll.
they came out too, but in the
Yeah,
2000s. But Like, yeah, you had that He-Man, you had Transformers, and you remember at that time, like, especially in the '80s, like they the market was really pushed for kids to
Right.
have toys, like action
Yes, that
figures.
was a
That
there
was
was
that
a
was that was like in your face.
yes, they would make a movie to sell toys, just like they had
Yes.
cartoons when we were kids to sell action figures, which we didn't understand back then, but we do
Mhm.
now.
Like
But
like
now I
that,
don't see that anymore. I don't
like
really.
yeah, that's gone. That's
Yeah.
gone now. And but yeah, back then, like yeah, from the '70s to the '90s, those that 20 years, they really did push the market on, Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and
Mhm.
Transformers, and I can go on GoBots. You can go on and on and on. That
Yeah.
was like really big for kids. And so now, like you said, you don't see that anymore. Right now, you see just YouTube channels and doing all kinds of other crazy stuff.
Now all these kids want to be
With the
influencers
AI.
and TikTokers and influencers and
TikTokers, yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
they really want to grow up now. I'm like, no, no you don't.
No, you don't. Don't
No,
take your time. Don't do it.
please take your time. Go
Yeah.
play with that
Here.
toy. Please go play with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
toy.
Grab the here. Take this action figure and go outside.
Yeah,
Go outside and play.
it cost me $20, but you can play with this for 20 days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely like that's a good question where you see going in like the next 20 years, because 20, like say 20, 30 years from now, we're done. We're gonna be
It's
done.
over. Yeah, it's
And
over.
so what's gonna happen with these toy companies after that? Is a really
I
good
think they know
question.
that. I think they've projected that because I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a different the kids these days are different. They're not interested. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sure there is some that are interested. Like my stepson, he's 30 and he loves mythics. But
Mhm.
and it might be something that he passes to his son. Like I passed it to him. Like I was giving him NECA toys at like 5 years old. I was
Mhm.
getting him Toy Biz figures when he was 5 or 6, kind of getting him into that, stuff because that's what I loved. But I don't see it going further than I mean not at the size that it is now.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I agree with you on.
I think I think it's this is probably the biggest
Yeah.
it's ever gonna get, and then it's gonna decline. It's gonna decline, but I
Yeah.
think it's gonna just go back to not being a small community, but just being just an
Yeah. Yeah,
average community.
your kids are gonna try and give their kids, here's grandpa's action figures. You
And
want
you'll
these?
see the
And they're
Ghost
gonna
Me
be like,
come out.
"Psst." They're gonna be like,
No, you don't.
what do I want that? I don't want that crap. No, I
I'm
sell the
like,
yard
like
sale for $5,
I'm gonna come back to life. Like, I'm
That's right.
offended.
Yeah. I'm taking this stuff with me.
I'm taking this with me.
Well, Jay,
Y'all
I
can have
tell
the
you,
bills.
I had a great time, man. I had a great time talking to you. I would love for you to come back.
Oh, me too,
Um,
man. Me
I,
too.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you're in this community. You
I enjoy
enjoy.
this talking to you and putting toys together, and just
Absolutely.
it's yes, I definitely want to come back soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're welcome to co-host. You're welcome to substitute if you want. I don't mind taking a break. You can come on
Welcome
and ask
to.
those good questions, man.
Oh, hey, I told you, hey, I got you, man. I got you, man.
I
Shoot,
appreciate that.
one thing about you, when I met you at the con and we talked, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be best friends.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but
I
I know
appreciate you, man.
it's time to go, man. It's
Time to
getting
go,
late.
man. The hour and a half went quick.
Oh man, did it? All right, well, I appreciate you having me on your show, man, and I
Yeah.
will talk to you soon. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look for this guy, man. This guy is up and comer, man. Check out Jay and his wife, Joy. Awesome people. And I hope to see you guys again very soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
You
you
take
guys for
care.
watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.